Hello, this is Zoe Alvarado, and this is Odessa After Dark for June 11th. This week's show, we have a new feature in which Randy Ham does summer book reviews. Also on this show, the whole entire cast of Odessa After Dark go to Shafter Lake for some ghost investigations. And finally, Daniel Ryan and Miranda Sanders investigate further into the disappearance of Jeannette Drzewiecki. Now Randy Ham with this week's book review.
I'm Randy Ham, and I'm the president of the Friends of the Ector County Library and also a librarian in the Ector County School District. And I wanted to come and talk to you today about books because that's what I do. I live and breathe books. When I'm not teaching about books, when I'm not checking out books to students, I'm reading a lot. And I only read real books, none of that fancy little e-reader for you. Today I wanted to talk to you about A Dirty Job by Christopher Moore. And Christopher Moore is by far the most hilarious writer I've ever read. Every single one of his stories makes me laugh out loud. I've had people actually stop me on airplanes and in public places asking me what book I'm reading. It's always a Christopher Moore book. The premise of this particular book is that a man and woman are going to the hospital because she's pregnant and having her baby, and during childbirth she dies, and the husband actually sees death come and take her away. And because he sees death, he automatically becomes the next death. And so it starts a hilarious romp through a single father having to raise a child all on his own, grieve for his dead wife, and take the souls of people who are dying. It's a satire, it's hilarious. Christopher Moore has a command of language that is irreverent and hilarious.
Thank you, Randy, for that wonderful review this week. And now for an update on the disappearance of Jeannette Drzewiecki with Daniel Ryan.
With a 30-year-old investigation, you never know where to look. This first footage we're going to bring to you is Miranda Sanders and I studying old newspaper archives. All we discovered with this investigation was that Jeannette and her husband at the time did not have a phone number. We learned that the dollhouse was located at 2750 Andrews Highway, where Jeannette supposedly went missing from, and that they had a happy hour between 4 and 6 that was topless. And so it wasn't just a strip joint, it was a topless joint. And we're no further with our investigation at this point. And so now it was time to go to the police station and see what information we could get from there. And now with that information, wait a minute, because I was going to present myself. And here's a video of that information. All we discovered with this investigation was that Jeannette and her husband at the time did not have a phone number. We learned that the dollhouse was located at 2750 Andrews Highway, where Jeannette supposedly went missing from, and that they had a happy hour between 4 and 6 that was topless. And so it wasn't just a strip joint, it was a topless joint. And we're no further with our investigation at this point. And so now it was time to go to the police station and see what information we could get from there. And now with that information...
Hi, this is Daniel with Odessa After Dark. We're here at 1508 Lincoln, which used to be the home of Jeannette Drzewiecki and her husband Matthew. It does look like since '82 the house has been taken down and a new house put in its place. But this is another part of the mystery that we've been able to recover because we got the front page of the police report. Jeannette was wearing a t-shirt at the time of her disappearance that said, "People in Odessa are living proof that there is life on other planets." So obviously she had a sense of humor. She was wearing this shirt and some cutoffs. She went down to the dollhouse to either ask about a job or to talk about a job, and she was never seen from or heard from again. And so this is a new tip that she lived about 10 to 12 blocks away from the dollhouse, and so it wasn't a far drive for her. She was last seen driving a 1968 red-white Chevrolet pickup with the license plate DH551. Now 30 years later, that is probably not going to ring a lot of bells, but for somebody who was at that location at that time, it may be helpful. So this is the latest on Jeannette's case, and we'll continue to try to gather information. Thank you. Hello. It is an exciting night. It's the night of June 4th, which is the full moon, and we are about to start our adventure of looking for some Confederate ghosts at Shafter Lake. Now the weather has gotten a little iffy, and so we're just a little bit worried, but there's still 7 of us willing to trek out into the middle of nowhere.
Hi, I'm Mario Ornelas, and I'm going to be trekking with them to find some Confederate ghosts. Now, what I expect to happen tonight is probably at least have a little bit of proof, like probably hear some things or actual see a specter or specter or something like that. I can't speak right, but I hope to see something that, you know, shows some sign of ghost. And if I do see one, I'm probably gonna scream like a little girl. I will not lie and probably pray, because I believe in the spiritual existence of things, and it's kind of, hopefully something's gonna happen.
My name's Gregory Wheeler, and as a skeptic of all things supernatural, I'm hoping to see maybe some proof. I would love to be disproven about ghosts and zombies and vampires and the like, and hopefully I want there to be supernatural world, but I doubt it, and so I'd like to be disproven tonight.
I'm Zoe Alvarado, and I'm with Odessa After Dark, and we're doing a ghost hunt over at Shafter Lake, and I'm really excited, and I do hope that we find some sort of paranormal activity. What it's going to be, I'm not entirely sure. Whether we find any or not, that's also debatable, but I mean, I'm excited to do it anyways. I do believe in ghosts, yes. It has to be something out there. Gosh darn it, I do believe that it exists.
Hi, I'm Zach here with Odessa After Dark. We're out here about to head out to Andrews to find ghosts or some such nonsense. And yeah, that's really all I can tell y'all. I'm here as the skeptic, I guess. So, well, one of the two.
Two things. One was because there was an election to determine who the county seat would be, and Shafter Lake lost.
Okay.
And the other thing is because of an outbreak of smallpox.
Oh.
Most of the survivors moved away eventually, and the people who died of smallpox were all buried here, but they're all been since transported away.
Body count?
So there's nobody even in the cemetery anymore. There's one house still remaining, hopefully. So the town's 2 miles away.
So the cemetery's right here or what?
Uh-huh.
Coolio.
Wild watermelon. Wild watermelon. Awesome.
Well, probably someone came in here, ate a bunch, put their teeth out.
Damn, that's good.
Keep going. I want to. That's how it goes. That seems very sturdy.
Up or under?
That'll support us all, I'm sure.
So we're gonna go across?
Yeah, we are, but we gotta figure out how.
Jump over it. Oh, wait.
Take that one out too?
I'll pull it.
There's a lot of that.
Oh, there's cactus right there.
And now to talk with us about the ghost investigation, I am here with Mario Ornelas.
Hello. Well, when we visited Shafter Lake, we didn't have anything on footage, but we did find some, like, we had some tracker stuff, like ghost tracker or sensories, but those went off. Those went off quite a bit. But I did feel something there. Like, it just had, I had like this certain feeling there that there was something around. It just kind of had either had a hard time making its presence known, or it just didn't want to. And it was very interesting to have Ryan feel it. Like, he also felt it too. And try to communicate. So I hope we have something on audio. I have not looked at the audio feed yet, but I hope we do have something. And I'm very
With what the ghost town Shafter Lake looks like in the daytime, here is Daniel Ryan and Zach Herard.
Hi, this is Daniel Ryan. We're following up our investigation of the ghost of Shafter Lake. So we're here, Zach Herard and I, during the day, and this is the last remaining house of the original settlement. It's the Irwin Ranch House. As you can see, it's, as Zach shows you, it's in pretty poor shape, but it's still standing. There at one time was 3 churches here, a hotel, a bank, and none of that is still remaining. The interesting thing we learned at the library today was this whole town began and ended in less than, I would say, 30 years, from a few hundred people to almost 1,000 people from some records that we read, to just the Irwins. And so in 1979, there was only 3 people left in this town. And we're going back to the cemetery and back to the lake to see what that looks like during the day, to kind of give you a contrast between our filming and which is, you know, as you saw, completely black, to what it really looks like.
This is Zach with Odessa After Dark. We're standing out here at the historical marker for the settlement of Shafter Lake. We just met right here by the one remaining building. We met a descendant by marriage of the Irwin family, which was the last remaining family when this town went away. And her stepsister owns the building, actually, and is
That's just great.
so.
So what's in the middle there?
Some thingamabobs. Hello, we're out here at Shafter Lake, the lake that started the city of 1,000 wonders. And this is how it looks in the day, and quite a bit different than at night. It's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah. There's not one part. That would make anybody... Here lies the shoes of Daniel Ryan.
Daniel, I'm sorry you lost your shoes.